Brian Two's president of Two's Lending. This is your weekly update. All right, guys, this week I'm actually talking about a rule that was changed a couple years ago, but no one's really talked about it, and it comes up every now and then. And that is how to change the title or the deed, the ownership of a property without changing the mortgage. So, if you guys have not spoken to me or if you weren't sure, to change the mortgage of who's actually having to make the payments, two main ways to do that is either the sale of a property or a refinance. But we are talking about how to change the ownership without touching the mortgage. How do we do that? Again, you can do that with a sale or a refinance, or you can actually do a quitclaim deed. And the way that you are doing that is with either a title company or an attorney's office. But here are the rules per Fannie Mae that you have to follow if you are trying to do this. Now, let's say you who is watching this, you're probably not related to me. So let's say you and I own a property together and we're going to change the ownership from me to you. That's perfectly fine so long as we have owned this property for at least 12 months and you who are taking it over, you're going to continue living there as your primary residence. So that is one way that we can do it. Another way that is tending to get a bit more popular, for better or worse, is either changing the ownership from a person to a trust or via a divorce decree, and those are fine too. So say you're doing a trust because it's being passed to a spouse or someone passed away, so we're passing it to the children. We can have that ownership transferred to a trust, that's fine. Or if it's an ex-spouse because of a divorce decree, you can do that too. Now here's a really hot topic, changing it to an LLC. Let's say that you are wanting to switch it, or I'm wanting to switch it from Brian Twos to Brian Twos LLC. Well, how do I do that? So I need to have owned the property for at least 12 months, and I need to have either 100% or majority ownership of that LLC, majority interest in that LLC it's being switched to. Now, I'm probably doing this because I'm changing it to an investment property. That is okay, so long as, again, I have owned and lived in that property for at least 12 months. And this is Fannie Mae's guidelines coming straight from them. Now, keep in mind, if you ever wanted to switch or do a refinance, if you want to take advantage of consumer interest rates, I should say, probably have to switch the LLC back to a personal name. Or we can refinance with the LLC. Just notate that sometimes rates tend to be a bit higher. But again, switching solely the title or the ownership to an LLC, that's fine, so long as you have controlling ownership of that LLC and you've lived in and owned that property for at least 12 months. If you have questions or you have a scenario you want to go over, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Again, my name is Brian Tews, President of Tews Lending. This is your weekly update.